Very good morning to all of you. So let me first introduce myself. I am Saili Khandetor, Center Manager of Akshay Study Abroad Consultants. I have been into the study abroad field for almost 13 years now and have guided thousands of students to reach their dream destination. And obviously, you can understand that while interacting with so many students and parents on daily basis, usually I come across lot many concerns that they have, and one such concern, which is of like prime importance, I think, which is the cost factor. So today I am here to present a webinar related to the same particular concern. So today's webinar is to understand the economical study abroad destinations, something which actually goes with the tagline that you can unlock the global education, that too without breaking your bank. So to start with, basically now obviously lot many students, they have this dream of pursuing their higher studies abroad, and definitely they should have it considering the better job prospects, the different program options that you have, the high quality education, and most importantly the return on investment that the students would be getting. But obviously it's a, like, I won't say it's a myth, but most of them, they are under the impression that if you want to pursue abroad studies, it's a very costly affair. And it's true to a certain extent. Like obviously, if you're considering the traditional destinations like USA, UK, Canada, Australia, definitely that's going to be a nightmare for most of the people. But let me assure you that it's not always the case that only these countries are going to be the proper destinations. Obviously, let's have a look today which all country destinations can be there which can actually help you to get a very high quality education, and that too at a very affordable cost. So our main motto for today is to figure out and explore such destinations wherein you can easily fulfill your dreams, and that too within your budgets. So first of all, let's understand what makes a destination economical. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean that just having a low or no tuition fee is going to help you out with the economical part. Because alongside the tuition fees, we have to consider what will be the cost of living over there, what all scholarship opportunities are available, that too provided from the universities or from their respective governments. That is a major part. Apart from this, we have to consider the work opportunities also. Now, work opportunities are of two categories. One is a part-time job that you would be pursuing parallelly to your master's program. And apart from that, the other one is the actual employment which you would be seeking post completion of your master's degree. And nevertheless, obviously both these working opportunities are definitely going to pay you a certain good amount. So we do have to consider what all work opportunities are available for that respective destination. Again, the next point is we need to consider what is the job market over there. Because it's not just okay, if we are looking for an abroad destination, we are just going over there as a long vacation or just to have a very good education. That's the prime importance. I completely understand that having a good education is the main motto. But apart from this, we have to consider what will be the return on investment, how you are going to recover the amounts that you have invested for your careers. So for this, we need to consider what is the specific job market that is available into the country. Apart from the job markets, we have to consider what are the visa situations over there. Because obviously the destination which will offer you a long-term stay post completion of your degree, definitely the chances of referring your amounts is definitely going to be high over there. So destinations having excellent work opportunities, affordable cost of living, and those who are going to provide a long-term stay visa, it's something which is actually going to make the destination economical. Now we have to see okay, how exactly it is going to make an impact. Why we have to choose the economical destinations? Because firstly, I would say understand one thing, that if you are planning for abroad studies, it's not just a matter or not a decision of a single person. It's going to impact on your entire family. So obviously, if you're wisely choosing a destination, and that too with a lower cost, that is definitely going to lower the financial burden on your family. That is going to be the most important thing. Second thing, if we offer destinations which will either have a shorter duration program or say if the financial investment is comparatively less, then once you land up into the job market and start earning over there, so having a faster recovery is definitely possible. So we can say that faster return on investment would be there. Third thing, most of the times the students and the parents are also obviously under the burden कि if we want to go for higher studies, we need to take huge loans from the banks. And they are worried with that particular thing only कि okay, I'll pursue my education, but what after that? If I don't get a job, how am I supposed to recover or how am I supposed to repay the loan amounts? So that also like usually tend the students to come back, although they have very strong profiles. So if you are opting for a proper destination, again you would be getting an opportunity ki without having heavy loans. Then also you can plan it very wisely. And the last but the most important part, ki we need to have an exposure to global education, that too within our budget, that whatever minimal cost we are looking for, so that we'll be opting. So these were few of the reasons that are usually taken into consideration. Now let's move ki which all destinations will actually help you out to achieve this. I won't say ki like as I mentioned, the traditional countries like US, UK, Canada or Australia, they still have their popularity. Today also a certain set of students they too prefer, but considering overall the global policies, the work policies and the ever rising cost factor, some way or the other now students have like tend to change their mindset. They are looking out for better destinations and more maturely they are giving a thought कि rather than just looking out for the popularity or the destination, they are maturely thinking about कि what is going to be the return on investment, where exactly my career would flourish. And for this particular reason, they have started opting for new country options. So here I have listed few countries which are definitely recurring as a very good popular and the preferred destinations. The very first one to rank this list is Germany. Obviously, we will be looking all these countries in detail in the latter slides, but to name here, it is Germany, then Ireland, then we have Sweden, France, Italy, obviously even Australia is also mentioned over here, and then some other options. Now, within the others, we can have options like Canada. We can have newer countries like Finland, Norway, Malta, or even countries like Japan. These are also coming up these days, but still, these are not that much flourished as education hubs, so hence we haven't included it in detail. But definitely, we'll be looking out for the above mentioned 6 countries, and I'll be helping you out ki how exactly it will help you to plan your careers accordingly. So, to start with, let's go with Germany. Obviously, everyone, I think, over here is aware that Germany is known for offering zero tuition fees or tuition waivers. Now, this is something which is offered by their public universities, mainly run by their governments. Now, definitely, these universities are highly reputed ones, and since starting, they are known for offering tuition waivers. So over there, you can say that the tuition fee won't be applicable. The student just needs to make like semester contribution fee, which is very minimal, which you can expect around 250 to 350 euros per semester. On an average, you can say in INR, it is hardly 30 to 50,000, which I think is very negligible when you're looking for an abroad education option. So over there, the tuition fee cost is pretty less, we can say, because tuition fee is not there, just the semester contribution is there. Moreover, whatever living expenses would be there. So usually students try to recover it by doing good part-time jobs over there. Against to that, we can even say even if, because like obviously if you want to like target the public universities going with tuition waivers and all, the only requirement is that they need you to have extremely strong academic profiles. Now, when we say extremely strong, they usually tend to look out for profiles which are having on an average 8.5 plus CGPA, ideally without any backlogs or max to max 2 to 3 backlogs. So if you're having this kind of profile, definitely you should be aiming to go for public universities. Suppose if it happens that somewhat your academic profile falls into an average category, then also need not worry, you can still make up to the private university wherein you need to pay the tuition fee. But compared to the major giants in the industry, as far as the major destinations are concerned, the tuition fee is relatively very less over here. You can hardly expect a fee of around 6 to 10 lakhs rupees per year. Then also for the entire 2-year duration, it will hardly contribute to around 25 to 30 lakhs. inclusive of tuition fee and living expense, which is still under quite economical budget. So Germany would be definitely a very good option. Moreover, as we know that it's a core technical country, mainly recognized for offering strong engineering programs in the areas of mechanical, electrical, chemical domains. Apart from this, someone who is coming from biotechnology background, even they have very good career prospects in Germany. So I would suggest, in fact, I would recommend all the students who have extremely strong profiles, definitely give a try for Germany and make it a practice that you would be getting into the topmost university with minimal or extremely low budget, I would say. Now, this is only possible if you try to get a proper guidance for this. Say, for example, now what I mean, because I have seen lot many students who, although having like very strong academic profiles, they are often misguided by other people, because like the people who are working into this industry, they are more inclined towards sending students to the private universities or asking them to pay the tuition fees, because they are mainly concerned with the commissions that they are getting over there. So they don't need to see ki what is the student's profile or what exactly his or her like requirements are. They figure out the universities based upon their commission structures. And that's why most of the times students end up getting into a very low rank or say a degraded university. Against to that, I would definitely suggest कि whatever expertise we have, because we have been into this industry for more than 24 years now. We have a very well established team, and till date we have sent more than 1,000 plus students to Germany, out of which almost 80% students have gone for the public universities, and that too with complete tuition waivers. So I would recommend all the students having such extremely strong profiles that do take a proper assistance, and then you should plan your higher study options. Then we have the second destination, which is Ireland. So obviously everyone is quite aware that Ireland is quite popular as it is known for offering 1 year master's degree, definitely saving the cost factor also and the duration also. And followed that, you are entitled to get 2 years of post-study work visa. So definitely it makes a win-win situation for any student that comparatively you complete your master's degree at quite an early pace, and you land up into the job market and start earning at quite a early stage, we can say. So Ireland is a country which is particularly known for offering programs in the industry of IT, finance, and pharmacy. Moreover, now it's becoming a home to all the like tech global companies, we can say, like Google, Meta, etc. And often they are like shifting their headquarters to Dublin, which is getting established as the major IT hub for the entire Europe. So Ireland is obviously a growing market for extremely strong students again. But similarly, you must have heard that these days Ireland job market is getting quite saturated. So you might worry ki, okay, if I'm like not going to get a job, then what is the main reason that I should be opting for this country? So we would suggest that rather than just settling down onto any some college or something, it is advisable that you get into the top ranked universities over there. Prefer getting into the universities like University College Dublin, Trinity College Dublin, University College Cork. So if you're going with the topmost universities, I don't think you need to worry about the job prospects over there. Again, this is like the important part. You need to be very careful while shortlisting the institutions. Don't come under the influence of any random Tom, Dick, and Harry, and just like if they're telling you you go for the colleges and then you would be saving the cost and all. This is not the fact. If you have good profiles, apply for the top-notch universities, and over there also you would be having extremely strong scholarship options over there. Me and my team would make sure that you would be getting, if your profile is really good, we would help you to get into the top university with maximum scholarships also, and also will be helping you for effective financial planning. Then the third option would be Sweden. Obviously, Sweden is an upcoming hub, we can say, because it is mainly recognized for offering research and innovative programs in the areas of technology, computer science, someone who is more inclined towards going for specific programs like renewable energy systems, then Sweden is definitely a very good option. I would say now, apart from Germany, Sweden ideally doesn't have that system of providing tuition waivers or so. But although tuition fees are available, if you're applying at the right moment and for the appropriate scholarships, it is pretty possible that you can still cover up to 100% tuition also. That is still possible. So over there, you need to make a very wise choice ki exactly which universities you are applying, what all strategies you are implementing, and to apply for the scholarships on timely manner. So, like considering our past record, we have lot many students whom we have guided to get into the top ranked universities. Again, say to few them, it's like KTH Royal Institute of Technology, University of Uppsala, Lund University, or even University of Stockholm. And most of our students who have got into these top ranked universities also, they are actually working full time over there. I won't say it's just a part time, but Sweden is a country which is do allowing students to work on full time basis alongside while pursuing your master's program. So that can be a fast recovery of the cost factor that you have invested. And most important thing is ki Sweden, it's an like English language, it's widely spoken over there. Now, apart from Sweden, obviously, if you are entitled to go for any other European nation, although the academic curriculum it's taught into English, but for your daily communication or for your part-time jobs, it is usually recommended that you should have a little bit knowledge of the local language. But when it comes to Sweden, this is not a mandatory requirement. Even if you are pretty fine to go with English, not only academically, but even for the employment point of view, it's pretty okay. It's not mandatory that you have to learn Swedish language itself. So that's a plus point you can consider. The next option that we have, it's France. Obviously, most of the people, like when it comes to the European nations, they are mesmerized by the overall environmental beauty and all. And I have seen lot many students who are inclined, they have this dream destination that we would be going for France, we would be going for country like Italy and all. But definitely consider it's not just that you have to go over there for vacation, but even these countries are getting established as major educational hubs these days. So France is a country which has a very strong position when it comes to programs related to business, fashion, hospitality. You must be knowing the top universities or say the top institutions when it comes to management programs like INSEAD, HEC Paris, even they are established into France. So someone who is looking for these sort of programs can definitely think about France on a priority. Now, when it comes to the budget part, as we are discussing, so if you are lucky enough, not lucky enough, I would say if you have extremely strong academic profiles and if you are making up to the public universities over there, the universities are known for offering good scholarships, very low tuition fees, and even when it comes to the accommodation part, the government is known for like providing subsidies for it. So all in all, it becomes very favorable for the student that you can save very good on your tuition fee part also and same time on the accommodation as well. Moreover, long term, like even the good part-time work opportunities, they are also provided by French universities. Now, the important thing is ki if you consider in general, the stay back you might figure out it's just for a year. But for the students who are going for management inclined programs, and particularly if you are opted for a university or a program which is under an RNCP certified program, you are entitled to get 2 years of post-study work visa. So as we discussed earlier, the higher or say the longer stay back period that you have, definitely higher chances of getting good job prospects and faster return on investment. Moreover, the most important thing is ki whichever European country you figure out, if it's a part of Union, you are entitled to get a Schengen visa post completion of your studies, and that single visa itself will open up the doors for 26 countries for you. So that is a plus point for which students are nowadays opting for European nations rather than the traditional destinations. Now, to move ahead, obviously the next destination we have, it's Italy, which I know most of the people are very much like eager to go to this particular country, but they are actually not aware that even it's very good as far as the education part is concerned. Italy is a country which is mainly dominated for design oriented programs. Someone who is looking to go for programs like interior design, fashion design, architecture, or someone with the food industry like food technology, wine technology management, food and beverage management. So for these sort of unique specializations, Italy can be a very good option for it. Italy has a very low financial part. If you see, it's just like 1,000 to 3,000 euros per year, which is very negligible, I can say. So all in all, if someone gets into a university wherein you actually need to make the tuition fee payment, then also the overall expense goes max around 2025, inclusive of tuition fee and living expense. That too, this is the case only if like tuition fee is applicable. Most of the places, students are entitled to get 100% scholarships, fee waivers are possible, and again the low cost factor, because when it comes to the living part, Italy is a very affordable European destination. Like unlike similar to France also, I can say ki when it comes to Italy as well, even Italian government, they are also making sure if someone has made a certain like living cost payment, they usually have this combination that they do reimburse that amount also. So even in case of Italy, it is possible that you would be learning with almost full scholarship. Now, this year, particularly, we have two students going for a very top ranked university like University of Padua for the program Masters in Food Technology. Both the students, they have received full 100% scholarship, and even there's like applications have been pipelined for 100% scholarship for accommodation consideration as well. So this option is also very beneficial for you. And apart from this, as we are quite aware, key European destinations, they are known for having rich cultural heritage. So a person who is like looking to have good career prospects also, but same time wish to have a very good cultural experience as well. So for them, any of the European destination can be a better option to consider. And I personally like being into this industry also, or say working with Akshay Study Abroad for more than 12 years now. I can definitely assure you that ours is the only institute in entire Nasik, or say in entire North Maharashtra, who can help you to get into the top ranked universities when it comes to the countries like Sweden, France, Italy. Along with this, we can do help you to get into countries like Netherlands, Switzerland, because for these particular countries, we have a very well established team, very experienced counselors, everyone with at least 5 years plus experience. So I don't think anyone outside in the market could actually help you to get into all these like options that are available. Now, apart from this, the next destination is Australia. I know you might be like just wondering ki I told you Australia is a traditional destination and definitely the cost factor is increasing in Australia. That's true. But now here comes the most expertise advice. Because the thing is ki although the cost factor or the financial aspects in Australia, they are ever increasing day by day now. The main consideration is कि you need to have a actual good planning of your finances, and you need to have someone who has the complete expertise to guide you about the financial planning. Now, within it so many years, we have more than 2,000 students who are like studied into the topmost universities in Australia. Some of them were even from the G8 universities. Now, obviously, if you actually look out for the cost factor, the on paper cost, it easily goes beyond 70-75 lakhs for these universities. But in reality, none of our student has ever made a payment of more than 40 lakhs to them. So this is possible, but this is only possible if you come down to experts like us, then and then we can help you out to actually make the proper and wise financial planning. So if you are aiming to go for the like major destinations, major cities in Australia like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, then having a good budget of 40 lakhs can be still sufficient. I completely understand that 40 lakhs itself is a very high amount. So, take it, let it make more economical. If you have a budget of around 30-35 lakhs, then it is advised that you should be opting for the regional universities in Australia. Now, regional universities, obviously, they are going to offer you low tuition fee. Even the cost of living is going to be low. But same time, they are very well known for high paying part-time jobs. For example, you can easily say that for any other country, when you are usually getting a pay of around like 10 to $12 per hour, Australia is a country which is going to offer you $25 on an average per hour. Also, like we have seen our students who have gone for the regional areas, they are even earning at least $42 also per hour. So based upon that, you can have an estimate ki how much amount students are earning by just doing a proper part-time job over there. Moreover, even regional areas will actually provide you a very long stayback period because they are known for offering staybacks of up to 4 years, 5 years post completion of your master's program. So definitely this will put you to have very good career prospects and faster recovery again. But for all these things, definitely you should be having the proper guidance. If you look out for any random person, they are going to tell you that Australia is a very expensive option and you shouldn't be considering it for your career prospect. But I assure you that if you come down to our center with my entire team, with our directors, they would be definitely helping you out that you can still get into the top ranked university with a very minimal financial budget. Okay. So these were few of the destinations that we discussed that they are like actually very popular and getting established as study abroad destinations now. But just by opting a destination is not going to consider all these things. Mainly, there are certain tips that we need to consider, which will actually help us to reduce the overall cost. So, the very first thing you should be very much focused about is to apply early for scholarships. Keep this thing in mind कि for any major country that you are applying, usually their applications start a year prior. And mostly for the students who are making the applications almost 8 to 9 months prior of the intake, they are entitled to get very high amount of scholarships. So make early applications. That's a like major tip for you. Second thing, opt going for the public universities. As I mentioned, just someone is recommending you to think about the private universities. It's not going to help you. Make a wise choice. Actually see ki where your profile stands. And if you really have that kind of strong academic profile, don't just settle down on the private universities or don't get your profile degraded to that level. You definitely can make up to the top ranked public universities, and for that we'll be helping you out. So wisely choose the universities over there. Think about opting for the affordable cities rather than just going with any expensive option. Most importantly, prefer doing good part-time jobs over there. For this thing, the student needs to be morally, physically prepared. And obviously, for the students who have a proper combination that they do have a very strong academic profile and same time they are willing to take good efforts for their career, they are genuinely ready to do a good part-time job, they would be earning very strong from the part-time opportunities itself. So that can definitely reduce your cost factor. Most importantly, plan your finances smartly. I completely understand that lot many students, they are traveling for the very first time. So they are pretty fantasized ki, okay, we want to explore the particular destination and all. But at least while you are pursuing your studies, keep in mind that you have gone over there for the study part. You have to make your career. So try to keep your personal expenses, the leisure expenses that you would be having at a minimal cost. So even that would be quite helpful for you. And most important, I would say that choose your consultant properly. You should be very much aware about this fact that whoever person you are taking the guidance from, whether that person has the required expertise into this field or whether the person they have sent like any previous students earlier. Because like even I know these days itself, say I won't be talking for the entire Maharashtra, even if I say for Nasik, there are more than 30 consultants, we can say. But there are people who not even have just like 6 months experience into this industry. So someone who is coming up so new into this industry, how they are going to help you out to make your career plans and all these things. So better way, properly choose your consultant. I think just by having the appropriate guidance and the authentic guidance, you can actually land up into a very good position, a very good university, and same time you can save your finances as well. So these are like few of the mistakes I personally feel ki students usually tend to like happen, but we can definitely avoid them. So the very first thing is ki stop choosing your destination just based upon the popularity or just like you have some references gone over there, like my friends are studying over there or I have my family members over there. So only based upon these parameters, a destination cannot be selected. So rather, you should be looking out ki, okay, if I'm opting for certain sort of destination, what exactly, what career prospects I'm going to get, what is going to be the ROI. Is it genuinely the right destination? If I'm thinking, is it going to fulfill my requirements? Is it appropriate as per my profile? So you should be asking all these questions to yourself. Secondly, don't ignore the cost of living. Mostly, like people are like, okay, if we are staying off campus or if we are staying on a sharing basis, we won't be having that cost of like living over there. That is not the case because everyone has a different standard of living. Everyone tends to have different sort of requirements. So definitely cost of living is something which you need to take into consideration. It does make an impact ki whether you are going to stay in a shared basis or whether you are going to opt for a studio apartment, whether you are flexible with the amenities provided over there. So even these things you need to take into consideration. Third and most important part, ki don't miss out on the scholarship deadlines. Otherwise, it won't make any, like, actually, it doesn't, not a good approach, I would say. Because we do get lot many students who have very strong academic profiles. They even make applications to the top ranked universities also. But just because ki they have delayed the plans, they haven't started the procedures right in time. So although they get the admissions over there, but they lose out on the scholarship part. So this is not going to help you out unnecessary. Otherwise, you would be under an impression, ki, okay, I have got into a top ranked university, but I haven't received the funding part. So for that, you should be clear that you are making the applications well in time. And lastly, ki whenever you are planning all these things, right from day one, you should be very clear about your requirements, about the financial preferences. So that is going to help you out with the long-term ROI planning. It's not just ki, okay, initially I just want to go for the abroad destination. I'll complete my studies, and then I'll start wondering ki what all options are available. So this is definitely going to hamper your budgets, and definitely that's going to break your bank also. So don't go for it right from starting. Be very clear ki what exactly are your requirements and accordingly start planning for it. Then we can say ki yes, like these were the things which I actually told you. But just by giving you the information is not going to suffice the requirement. I can tell you ki how exactly we can help you for all these particular things. The very and the foremost, the most important part is that we will be helping you out to opt for the right university as per your profile. Now, when we say to select the right university, it is considering your overall profile, your academics, your extracurricular achievements, your interest, your financial budgets, your requirements. By considering and studying all these parameters, we are going to help you out to figure out the exact university for your profile. And obviously, when you have the proper selection with you, that is where that you can actually have your career goals, and that too within your budget. Because we are very proud to state that thing, that we are not working on agent module, or we don't work on the tie-up thing with any of the universities. Rather, our preference is that all of our students, they should get into the topmost universities, but with maximum funding opportunities. So this is something which will be definitely helping you out. Apart from the university selection, we'll be helping you out to get the opportunities within your budget. We will help you exactly which universities can provide you good scholarship opportunities. If at all there are any additional scholarship opportunities from the government or any external things, we will be helping you out to make those applications as well. Within the financial planning also, my team would be helping you out. They can let you know what should be the breakdown of your family funds, or if at all you're going to apply for education loan and all, we will be definitely helping you out for selecting the proper budgets also. Because we have definitely come across certain situations wherein there's absolutely no need of having an education loan, but just because the people are getting commissions from the banks and all, so that's why unnecessarily they are dragging the students to opt for the financial loans and everything. This is not the case every time. So based upon your provisions, your requirements, my team would be helping you out how exactly you are supposed to capitalize on the options that you like readily have with you. Most importantly, we offer all kind of services. We offer training for all sort of entrance examinations, whichever it might be, GRE, SAT, TOEFL, IELTS, PT, Duolingo. Then we have the expert admission related overall guidance, wherein we'll be helping you out right from basic documentation till the time you actually fly from here. So it will include a very detailed assistance related to university and course selection, documentation part, visa application, pre-departure orientation. Entire thing would be properly guided and everything would be guided from the experts only. As I earlier mentioned, all of our team members, everyone is with a minimum experience of 5+ years. So don't you think that's going to make an impact? If people who have been into this industry for so long and who have trained or guided thousands of students, definitely they'll be helping you as well to get into the best option which will suit your profile. Most important thing is that our institute, it's an owner-based organization. Both of our directors, Mr. Amit Gore and Mrs. Anupa Gore, both of them, they are full-time available in the office. So whatever concern you have, I think that's the most important trust that anyone can have, because whatever query you have, even if it's a very minor one, you can come down and you can directly get it clarified from the respective owners itself. So I don't think any other institute is going to help you out with this thing. Just having one or two counselors is not going to help you with the overall process. We, as a team of total 20 members, along with our directors, definitely will be completely dedicated to guide you right from basic inquiry handling till the time your actual dream destination has been fulfilled. And most importantly, that we offer all of our services under one roof. So you do not just rush over here and there. We won't be telling you, okay, our trainer would be joining online or something like that. Because all of our trainers, counselors, we are sitting at the same location, same premises. So whatever services would be there, everything would be provided at one place only. Now, to come down to the conclusion of the presentation, so obviously whatever factors we discussed so far, so one thing even you must have realized, key studying abroad is not always expensive, but rather it's more kind of a appropriate planning. I would say a good planning, having proper choices, taking good authentic guidance, and obviously mainly the hard efforts of the students. So considering or say combining all these things parallelly and with all this proper guidance, definitely it is possible that you can have a very good global education, and that too at an affordable cost. Most importantly, try to balance your career goals along with your budget. With this, I won't say ki yes, you need to just figure out or you need to compromise on it, but rather you should be considering that if you are readily aware about saying you are genuinely with that kind of thing that you would be getting into the topmost university, just make sure ki yes, you would be getting into that respective university itself, but with proper planning and strategies to acquire maximum scholarships, tuition waivers. So you need not compromise in either of the side and both the things can be managed. And lastly, that be confident and trust yourself. This is the most important thing I feel, because unless and until you have confidence and trust on yourself, nothing is going to work out for you. So we are definitely there and we will be helping you out with all the possible ways to achieve your dreams. So with that, I complete my presentation. That was all that I wanted to share with you. Apart from this, I would be really happy to interact with all of you on one-to-one basis. It can be in either form. Either you can directly come down to our center, which is basically located in D'Souza Colony, College Road, Nasik, or all of our contact numbers are also mentioned. So even if you just give us a call, that way also will be helping you out. So I'm really very much excited, and I think not only me, but my entire team will also be very happy to guide you with the overall procedures. So that's it from my side. Now I would say regarding the presentation part, I'll conclude this thing, and now we are open for the question answer session. So anyone who has any sort of queries, you can just drop down the question into the chat box and I'll be very happy to answer your question. Okay, so we have got the first question. Which countries currently offer the best return on investment, considering tuition fees, part-time work opportunities, and post-study job prospects? So, as I mentioned, see, that would basically depend upon your priority. If you are looking from a long-term perspective goal, I would recommend that any of the European nation would be the best one, which actually you can opt for. Because although the respective country would offer you 1 or 2 years of post-study work visa, but having a Schengen visa can open up multiple options for you. And if you're looking for a short-term duration program, particularly a short-term goal, then in that scenario, Ireland can be a better option for you. Okay, we have one more question. Ki what are the fees of Akshay Study Abroad for admission guidance? So basically for all the major countries, inclusive of like US, Canada, Germany, or any of the European nations, our counseling fees are 30,000. And I know ki that's pretty nominal because like most of the people who are working into this industry, they are actually not providing assistance for the public universities. They are just guiding for private universities, and that's why I'm misguiding students that they are making free applications. This is not the case with Akshay. We would be charging the fees from you, but we'll make sure that you will be getting into the right university as per your profile and budget. So these will be the like counseling charges from our end for the major countries. We have one more question. Ki are public universities always the best choice, or are they affordable private universities with better return investment? See, to be very honest, ki when it comes to public and private, now usually the difference is ki public universities are more known for providing research-oriented programs, and private universities are more tending towards offering the industry-oriented programs. This is usually the difference between the two. But yes, if your academic profile is really very strong, I would suggest in that case you should be going for the public universities, which were that like basically provide you the best combination of studying from the top ranked one, and that too from a very like with a very minimal financial budget. So that can be a better option. But yes, if you are pretty much clear that you want to go for an industry oriented program only, then in that case, if you are specific about some specialization, looking for some particular course modules, then there are definitely some good private university options also which can be considered. But again, if you offer the better options, you would be having better ROI. It's not just that all the private universities are not recognized. If you prefer getting into the highly reputed private universities, that can be beneficial. Then, like we have one more question, ki which country has low tuition fees and low living cost, both of them? So that again depends. Like if you want to have the combination of both, countries like France and Italy can be very good options. If you are looking with the goal of permanently settling down over there, then Australia can also be a very good option, but with the regional opportunities. So regional universities can be a good option. Now we have like, do you have students who have gone to Sweden and Italy? Yes, we definitely have students. And in fact, as I told you, it's not just about one or two students. We have a good list of more than 500 plus students who have gone for the top ranked universities. Whichever universities I named in Sweden, we have students studying at those particular universities. Italy, previously also we have sent lot many students. This intake also we have like almost 4 students who are filing for the Italy visa. We have one more question that the student is from outside Maharashtra. Okay, that's great. So can you guide me for Germany? Yes, definitely. All of our services that we are offering, so we are offering them on online and offline, both the options. So it is not at all mandatory that even for any single service you need to be present over here. You would be getting the full authentic information either through phone calls, video calls, Zoom calls, and your entire procedure would be handled very wisely. Every year we have almost 30-35 student, like 30-35% students coming from outside Nasik or outside Maharashtra. So we can definitely help you for that. Okay, we have one more question. Is it better to choose a cheap country or a country with better job opportunities? Obviously, I would say, see, it's not just about choosing a cheap country. When you're making a decision of going for some country for your career prospect, so you should be looking out for a perfect balance. You should be looking that what are the better job opportunities over there, career prospects, and return on investment. In this scenario, then the financial part can be worked upon. So I would definitely recommend to opt for a country which has better job opportunities. And if you like say take assistance from experts like us, we will be helping you out that both the things would be attained over there. which countries allow studying under 20 to 25 lakhs total budget? Yeah, we can say that there are country options. You can look out for European nations. Again, Germany, France, Italy, these options can be there. To certain extent, we can even add up Netherlands if you have very strong academic profile. If you are looking for 1 year program, country options like Ireland or even UK to certain extent, even these countries can be considered. So within 20-25 lakhs, these country options would be better. Do you have any students who got full tuition fee waiver in European countries? Yes, we do have a good number of students with us. And definitely, whoever is willing to know about all these things, you can anytime let us know. We'll be sharing the entire list with you. So we do have that expertise that students get into the top ranked universities and that too with complete tuition waivers. Anything else? Any other query anyone would like to know? So I think that most of the questions have been answered. So, does anyone want to ask anything else? It's not mandatory that you have to ask everything in the meeting itself. If you find that there are not queries, like you don't want to ask it right now, it's pretty okay. I've already shared our contact details with you. So later on also, whenever you have any sort of queries, you can just make us a call. We are working from 9:30 to 6:30 from Monday to Saturday. So definitely we'll be there to answer all of your queries. So anything that you would like to know? I think for now, I feel ki most of the questions have been answered. So, the students or any one of you, they don't have any further questions. So that's pretty fine. Definitely, I'll look forward to answer all of your queries. Whenever you have any, just give us a call or visit our center in person. So for now, I would be ending the meeting. I just wish all of you a very good luck and definitely work hard towards your dreams. We are always there to help you out with this. Chalo, wish you